Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and we are back with another surprise unboxing. Yes, my subscriber Michael, he's been actually a supporter of this channel since very early on when I had like 0 subscribers. Michael was there and he sent me a box of goodies right here to my P.O. box. So this is kind of becoming a fun thing. As long as I have the packages to be able to open them up on camera, I'm going to continue to do videos like this because I think you guys are enjoying them. Let me know in the comment section down below if you like seeing videos like this. I know it's not your typical top 10 list, but that is not what I'm used to doing on this channel. What I do is talk about fragrances that I love and try new fragrances. So if that is content that you want to see more of, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on bell notifications so you're updated whenever I upload something new. I'm not going to waste any time. Again, I don't know what's in here, but we're going to open it up together and check them out. Let's get into it. All right, so I got the box open here, and Michael, he wrote an amazing note. So thank you, Michael, so much. As I've talked about before, when people send me stuff, I am blown away and so humbled by that, and I truly appreciate it. And I feel obligated to do videos like this and talk about the fragrances. Number one, I love doing first impressions. I love sort of discovering fragrances with you guys there. And this allows me to do that more often, so I truly appreciate that. So Michael did send some fragrances that I'm excited about, a couple that I've tried, but let's dig into this together. And one in particular that he sent, I'm excited to try because I've heard a lot of hype around it, and I'm super excited to try it. But let's look at the first fragrance right here, and I can already tell you what it is. I can tell from the bottle. It looks like Bad Intense. Which I don't know if I've tried the intense version of this. All right, yeah, it is Bad Intense from Diesel. And maybe I've tried the intense version. I know that I've tried the original for sure. And if I remember correctly, this is a really appealing, sweet, kind of powdery fragrance for men. But let me get it on strip. In the interest of time, I'm just gonna, because we have a few fragrances to get through here, I'm going to quickly give you my first impressions. Yeah, this one is super likable. Sweet, a little bit powdery, you got some woods. It will remind you of things like a 1 million, in sort of that same category as a 1 million. Really kind of cool weather, sweet fragrance. And yeah, I mean, I just can't imagine anyone not liking this. It does have sort of that bubblegum sweetness like you would get from, again, a 1 million or a Halloween Man X. Maybe a slight leather note, just subtle, a little bit fruity. Yeah, this one is, I mean, if you're on a budget, I know for a while these were super just accessible, really, inexpensive, and probably within most people's budget. So Bad Intense, yeah, this one's really nice, and one that I'm happy to have in the collection now. Thanks, Michael. Cool. Yeah, Bad Intense, not bad. Let's check out what we have next. All right, so this next one, very cool bottle. This is an Escada fragrance, Escada Sentiment, and I love this bottle. I think it's very unique. It's very cool looking. I haven't seen a bottle quite like this before, and I actually like the color as well. I don't know. Mike put Sentiment is kind of an early 2000s in a bottle. So look, I mean, I'm nostalgic for the early 2000s. I don't know about you guys, but, growing up in the early 2000s, I mean, you got to have some nostalgia, especially for the fragrances around that time. So let's see what this is. Okay. Has this kind of clean, green, a little bit soapy, almost like an aloe vera type opening. Really nice, though. And I don't know if you guys can hear my dog barking, but he's barking, so that might pick up on the audio. Anytime the mailman walks by or anybody, he goes crazy. So, oh, wow, this is really nice. This one is, I was not expecting this to smell this good. I just love the clean smell to it. It's almost like, to his point, early 2000 vibe, but what shower gel smelled like in the early 2000s. Which, believe me, I was probably buying whatever the, discounted shower gel was in the early 2000s. I was probably buying it, but don't get me wrong by saying discounted or cheap. That stuff smelled incredible. Whatever I was using. A little bit of a spa vibe, slightly Bath and Body Works, but I don't know. There's just something about this one that works. I love it. Yeah. I'd be curious to wear this one on skin and see what it does, but I'll definitely check this one out and wear this in the future for sure. Yeah, I really like this one. Escada Sentiment. It's definitely clean, easy to wear, easy to reach for. You could really wear this in any situation. And the next one is 1881. I'm sorry, Cerruti 1881 Bella Notte. And I'm a big fan of Cerruti fragrances. These are notoriously inexpensive fragrances for the most part, and they just smell incredible. Again, early kind of 90s vibe to the ones that I've tried. Very masculine, kind of classic smelling fragrances. This one I know nothing about. So let's see what this one does off a strip. That's interesting. Very different. Has a little bit of a medicinal sort of opening here. I don't know what I'm picking up. Maybe like a violet leaf or along those lines. It's a little kind of menthol-y feeling, a little minty, possibly. Yeah, it's really nice though. It's different. Different than anything I've smelled from Cerruti. I think someone corrected me in the last video that I was pronouncing Cerruti wrong, so I apologize for that. I do the best I can, but yeah, Cerruti, I think is the way they pronounced it. Again, another clean smelling, masculine, easy to wear, out of the shower, everyday kind of scent, but has something unique in here that I can't quite put my finger on. Definitely has a spiciness to it. I guess somewhat might maybe think this is a little generic smelling, it's classic but generic, but there's something in here that's throwing me off. But I like it. It's a little medicinal. It's different. Yeah, this one's not bad. Cerruti, 1881 Bella Notte. All right, so we got 4 more here. This next one is called Oud Marat Blend Oud Voyage Collection. Haven't heard of this. There's only a little bit left, which means that Michael really likes this one and he had to share it. And I appreciate that, Michael. So let's see what this is. Nice heavy cap. Interesting. Never heard of this fragrance. Know nothing about it. I'm guessing oud. Let's see. Okay. This to me this reminds me of like what guys would wear when I was growing up, like late 80s, in 90s, but super masculine smelling. Funny because I don't get what I traditionally would get from an oud fragrance. Not that it's not there, but there's also a lot of florals here too, and there's something really pushing it. It's got like kind of this gasoline feel to it. But I like it. It's different. It's masculine. Not sweet at all. Little dry. Very interesting scent. Very interesting scent. Probably not one that I would personally reach for that often, just because it's not my sort of personality. I think that's important a lot of times, is like personality has to match the scent to really get the most out of it. And although I can appreciate this one, I don't know how much I would wear it. But this is one that I think is much different on skin. But I'm saving my skin because I am wearing a fragrance today, and I want to try the last fragrance that I'm going to be trying because that's the most hyped, and it's one that I've really wanted to try for a while now. So yeah, let's move on to the next one. All right, so Mercedes-Benz Cologne. And this is actually, he sent me an unopened bottle. It's a 25 ml. Mercedes-Benz Cologne. I really have not been disappointed by many Mercedes-Benz fragrances. I mean, if anything, I think the only criticism they could really draw is that they're not very unique. Maybe they're copying something else, or they're pretty safe, but they all smell of really good quality, in my opinion. So I don't think I've tried Mercedes-Benz Cologne. I might have, but I don't remember trying it. So really nice atomizer for a little 25 ml. Nice, almost pressurized. Okay. Super fresh in the air. Reminds me of something. Okay, this is reminding me a little bit of something like Dior. I'm drawing a blank. That's gonna bother me. I have to look up what this scent is reminding me of. What Dior fragrance? Because I'm drawing a complete blank. And there's also another inexpensive version of that scent that this is reminding me of. Yeah, so citrus aromatic, obvious. Definitely getting the mandarin orange, the grapefruit. It has that sort of summertime lemonade scent. which is really nice. Yeah, of course. Dior Homme Cologne. Okay. Jimmy Choo Man Ice was the other one that I was thinking of, the inexpensive version of Dior Homme Cologne. And this is right up there with that. And wow, this smells great. Really clean, aromatic, has this freshness to it, but citrus fresh. And it's, I mean, perfect for the summertime. Absolutely ideal scent. My daughter's going to love this. She actually, I let her smell Dior Homme cologne once before, and she immediately said lemonade. That's what it reminded her of. So really nice scent. So let's move on to the next. So this next one I have tried. Michael even mentions in his note, it's not very intense. I think I did a rack store pickup on this one. And this one I might have gifted to my brother. I think he loved this one. I ended up giving him, I do that a lot. I give away a lot of bottles to friends and family. It's kind of my thing. And if you are friends with me and it's your birthday or Christmas or whatever, you're getting fragrance. I mean, it's kind of an unspoken thing, unless there's something else you really need. Lacoste L1212 Blanc Intense. I believe Blanc. Let me check the bottle. L1212 Blanc Intense. And he's right. This smells incredible. It's just not a big performer. And you would expect it to be a more intense version of the original. It just isn't. With that being said, though, this one smells really nice. It has this kind of green, clean, soapy, shower jelly type vibe to it. And it's really interesting to know that although this is kind of a spin of a classic fragrance, an inexpensive fragrance that was worn a ton in the mid 2000s around that time. This is kind of a tweak on that, but really it didn't remind me as much of the original as, I thought it would. So it's not so much a more intense version. I'm filming. Ooh, beautiful. Beautiful. I'll be right out. My daughter just crashed the party and, she had her nails done. She was showing me her nails. So yeah, this is nice. Look, it's not intense, but it's super clean, fresh smelling, and one I would probably recommend to people. It's super safe. A younger guy, I mean, you can't go wrong with this one. Lacoste L1212 Blanc Intense. All right, so finally, the grand finale, we are going to be trying for the very first time Seraph Blue from Zaharoff. And this is just decant, obviously, but this is one that I've wanted to try for quite some time. And I'm going to get right to it. I'm going to get it on skin. I'm a big fan of Zaharoff fragrances. This one I've been waiting to try. I just, never really got around to trying it. So here we go. Okay. In the air, definitely picking up this kind of fuzzy, drier sheet type feel. Very clean smelling, but has this syntheticness to it, but in a good way. That fuzzy syntheticness. It's really nice. It's like staticky, if that makes any sense, in the air. A little bit sweet, aromatic. Let's see what this does off of skin. I'm super curious. Has a musky feel, and there's also something else here that I don't really know what that is, but it's, oh, wow. Okay. I am picking up some of the Zaharoff DNA, which I'm happy about because I think having that continuity between fragrances is very important for a line of fragrances, especially a smaller house like Zaharoff, where they kind of try to keep that continuity and consistency from one fragrance to the next. I think the only major departure of the fragrances that I've tried from Zaharoff that sort of gets away from that is the Coco Loco, which I'm a big fan of. That's a summertime coconut fragrance that smells great, but I don't pick up a ton of the DNA from like the Signature Pour Homme or any of the other flankers, the signature flankers. So that in itself is its own thing. Here I am picking up that, DNA, but there's also something here that just, it's not really working for me personally. Doesn't smell bad. It just smells synthetic. And in the air, that syntheticness was nice, but off of skin, it's coming across a little more synthetic on me. I'm going to kind of give this one a little bit of time. And I do want to get a full wear out of it, but let me take a look at the notes really quick. Okay, I know exactly what's happening right now. It's the marine notes. And so let me read the notes really quickly. Top notes are lavender, rosemary, apple, and eucalyptus. Really nice. There's a lot of elements to this fragrance that I enjoy. Then you get to the mid, you have the marine notes, iris, coconut, mugani, whatever that is, orange blossom, cypress, and immortelle. And then the base notes, frankincense, amber, and musk. My feeling is that, number one, this is really kind of floral, but the marine notes, they aren't working for me. And that's, typical of a lot of salty aquatics that I've tried in the past. They just don't work on my skin. My skin chemistry, there's something that goes a little foul, a little off-putting. If I smell it on someone else, I don't pick up on those same nuances like I do off of my own skin. I've tried wearing it on clothes. It works better, but it's still kind of, once I get the whiff of it, I'm a little turned off by it. And that's kind of what's happening here. It might remind you a little bit of maybe a Bulgari Aqua or something like that type of salty aquatic. Not really picking up much. Well, I guess I am picking up a little bit of that coconut, kind of that fleshy, pulpy coconut, but that prominent marine note just isn't working for me. So I'm really glad I didn't buy a bottle and I have the decant, because again, I probably would have looked at the notes prior and said, marine notes, that could be sketchy. That might not work on me. But yeah, Michael, thank you for sending this over. I am going to give this a full wear and let you guys know what I think of it overall, and maybe I'll do a review on it, only because I know this is a super popular fragrance within the fragrance community. A lot of people talk about it. I'm a fan of Zahara fragrances. Just this one right now isn't working on my skin personally. But yeah, if you guys like videos like this, again, I want to do more of them. I would love to know if you guys have tried any of these 7 fragrances. Have you tried them? What are your thoughts on them? Did I get it completely wrong? Did I just completely ruin Seraph Blue for you? I hope not. But drop it in the comment section down below. But if you like what you saw today, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share this video, hit that bell notification so you're updated whenever I upload new content. But until then, have a fantastic day, and I'll see you in the next video.